Iya, terus gimana?
This is the icon of vacations. Icon of the seas. Arriving 2024.
Hey, Ref, that's a football tackle. We're playing soccer here.
He's right. It's soccer.
Margarito, football.
Is it called football?
Or soccer?
Have you won 2 World Cups?
Does it look like I've won 2 World Cups?
No matter what you call it, don't forget the chips. Today on Fox.
It's winner go home for the Stars and Stripes as Christian Pulisic leads Team USA into a must-win showdown against Iran. Coverage begins today at 1 Eastern live on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Friday night, an epic Pac-12 championship
Take center stage on Fox. Heisman favorite Caleb Williams leads the Trojans fight for a playoff bid as they take on Utah. Friday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup pre-kick is presented by Coca-Cola.
Day 10 here at the 2022 FIFA World Cup begins with the dramatic conclusion of Group A. The Netherlands and Qatar about to square off on Fox. At the same time, it is Ecuador and Senegal meeting on FS1. The price tag to acquire 23-year-old Dutch sensation Cody Gakpo appears right now, at least, to be in the $50 million range. Reports say that Manchester United has an agreement in place to acquire Plinth, player to watch, sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I want to talk about Gakpo, who's played well for PSV this season, and he's on fire for Holland in the World Cup. He's scored 2 goals in his last 2 games, and with Memphis Depay being out in those first 2 games, they needed someone to create, and he was that guy. Today, he'll have Depay next to him. Look forward to seeing them work together, and I think they'll create a lot of goals.
Yeah, and for me tonight is this man stretching there. Virgil van Dijk plays for Liverpool, 51 caps, 6 goals. For me, he's a leader. He just reads the game so well before anything gets in his way. He steps in, he can take control of the defence, break lines with his passes. He's got a fantastic passing range. And they've only lost 1 game of their last 25 when he's played. So he's key to this Netherlands side.
All right, well, it hasn't been a great tournament for Qatar, but that man right there, Akram Afif, we targeted him in terms of a player to watch. Love his hair, love his left foot, and I love his creative ability. And so maybe he comes up at a certain point against Virgil van Dijk because he hasn't scored, he hasn't assisted yet in this tournament. But if people are in the shop window, maybe he's in the shop window. Keep in mind that all of this Qatari team plays in Qatar, and we will see him with Qatar next summer in the Gold Cup.
Ecuador looking to make the most of this, their 4th World Cup appearance. They only need a point against Senegal to move on. That one, again, live on FS1. The Dutch, they know avoiding defeat against Qatar sends them through to the next round. That one live on Fox. Walkouts and anthems after the break.
Drives it across, headed, goal! Frankie de Jong, and there is the moment for the Netherlands. Headed, goal! Ener Valencia, his 3rd goal of this World Cup.
Because we support the U.S., the U.S., the U.S. Let's go!
Now Now this is an upgrade. And away we go. Hey, let's go. I can get used to this. The best way to see the world is to experience it. With travel upgrades and private events from Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. First game of the day. A little bit earlier than usual. Excuse me. We're an hour earlier than usual now with the first games of the day. They'll be at 10 o'clock. So, missed that. Had it set right, but I missed it myself. Almost was late starting. What's up? I know my rights. Welcome in. We'll see what this one's going to do today. Poland and Argentina tomorrow. That'll be a good one.
They just, they deal with it. Here at Precision, we have everything it takes to make that door run as smooth as possible.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust. Fox 45 Morning News keeps your morning moving with Traffic Network. Taking a look.
We're just about a minute away from getting the national anthems.
Showing you what to expect before you even leave home. Fox 45 Morning News Traffic Network. Brought to you by Len Stiller Automotive.
Approaching kickoff at Al Stadium, the Netherlands and Qatar meet on Fox. The Dutch, they only need a point to secure a berth into the next round.
to the knockout stage in 8 straight World Cup appearances. Can they make it 9? Derek Ray, Ali Wagner with the call in 60 seconds.
All right, we got the call in 60 seconds. Fans, I think they'll do pretty good. I hope that's all you can do, right? Is hope that they'll have a good performance. So we're gonna work to get 5 subscribers today, get up to 600. That'll be our goal as we out there doing our thing today. Hopefully we'll have a bigger stream with the USA playing today.
Let the world play and become part of our story.
Oh, Lord, not this one again. Christmas. I think that's what it gets me dinged all the time. I get a copyright hit every time I do a football stream. I think this is the one. I think this is the commercial. So we'll kill it off and see if I can get away from getting a copyright hit, right? That would be a good thing. Copyright hits are not what you want. You got to go back and edit. You got to go back and clean up. Because you don't want that on your channel. 15-4, nice job. All right, here we are coming back in. Let's do it.
Of all the venues at this World Cup, and the Netherlands taking on the host nation in the final match in Group A for both countries. The Dutch, Ali, helping to rubber stamp their presence in the last 16 while upping their performance level.
Yeah, and Van Hal rolls out that same back line. I thought on that left-hand side, Ake, the Man City defender, he was one of the bright spots, especially when he played those incisive passes forward against Ecuador, but also carrying it forward. And I think that's going to be important again tonight against a team in Qatar that will require manipulation. In midfield, we've got 3 games now and 3 different lineups with Deron coming in, and that's going to help highlight De Jong up top. We've still got Cody Gakpo, and Depay gets a start. And then for Qatar, Felix Sanchez only has 1 change, and that's in the midfield with Boudieff making way for Hatem. He's the box-to-box type midfielder, and he's alongside one of their core creators in Al Haydous. He's going to look to free up Almoez Ali up top. He doesn't have any goals yet, but that's the leading man for them. And of course, Akram Afif, another player that is really capable of free roll and creating when he does get on it.
So a trip north for the Netherlands, who have fallen south of expectations. And Louis van Gaal didn't mince his words in critiquing the 1-1 draw with Ecuador. Not good enough. Will it be a gentler test against Qatar? They did show an improvement in the second half versus Senegal, but are nevertheless out of contention.
There you go. Boom. We're off.
The Netherlands could only control their part of the equation. A win or draw will get them through. Worth bearing in mind that they could face the United States in the knockout phase should they get over the line in a few hours, but it's an if at the moment, and we ought not to get ahead of ourselves. The only touch here for Jurrien Timber, who has kept his place. No Matthijs de Ligt after a wobbly performance first time out.
Oh God, already? Oh,
In his first
almost.
World Cup 22 start, he's been used as a substitute in the last couple of matches, Ali.
Yeah, and it's a good look early on. There is that space in behind the back line of Qatar, and you want to threaten in there as well, just because you're going to create more space in between the lines for some of your creative players to get on it.
Once again for Qatar, it is a back 3 or a back 5. It becomes when they're in defensive mode. Daily Blint on the left there for the Dutch, and so much.
That was almost an early goal.
It's Ake, Van Dijk and Timber. A 3-man defence for the Oranje. Here is Timber. Width provided by Denzel Dumfries. Depay, and let's go back into deeper positions. To
Morning, Paul.
The ball.
And he's been part of the missing piece in their puzzle from an attacking standpoint in that regard, Derek. Really good just popping off that back line.
Another good day on the field where you can actually see which jersey is which.
And look to manipulate the opposition if they can. Of course, capable of striking centrally as well.
The Dutch will certainly expect to dominate on the possession front. Really outdone by Ecuador in the last game. It did finish 1-1, but in every statistical category, Ecuador ruling the roost. Louis van Gaal wasn't best pleased. Felt that They lost too many duels, too many second balls. Van Dijk doing the distributing. The offside flag is up. And we will, of course, be keeping tabs on what happens in the other game in the group between Ecuador and Senegal. Louis van Gaal fully focused on this match here.
Should be fully focused.
Try to go direct here, Qatar.
Oh, they almost had a breakaway.
The edge of his penalty area. As ever, it's Almoez Ali leading the line for Qatar. That was very careless indeed. And well, you might as well test Nopper when you can.
Space Fountain Dave, how you doing, buddy?
And it's just a poor pass right into Frankie de Jong. He waits on it. Al-Haidous jumps to it first. But then just a little warm-up there for Nopper with that shot. Not testing him.
Al-Haidous is the captain of this Qatar side. Big disappointment, you've got to say, in the opening game against Ecuador. Slightly better versus Senegal. And oh, here's Memphis Depay in a promising position. Klaassen, a bit of a scrum.
Oh! Oh! Wow.
And a scare for Qatar.
And already a better start for the Netherlands from an offensive perspective. No, it doesn't pull off from Depay, but they've got numbers around it because they're traveling with him. They pick up the second. And then get a couple efforts off of this one. Nothing really testing the goalkeeper to speak of. But for Netherlands, it's important for Depay taking on.
Another mistake there from Qatar. They try to play it out from the back. The error by Pedro Miguel. He's wearing the number 2 shirt. Roro, they call him, born in Portugal. He's been very much a factor for Qatar in recent years. Naturalising citizens who can be pretty useful on the football pitch.
This is a good look at how Qatar is going to set up defensively in this mid-block shape. 5-3-2.
Just whipped away by Asim Madibo. Diminutive midfield player. There's a man down on that far side. And the referee, who hails from Gambia, Bakari Gassama, just going over to have a look. It's Ake, who went up there together with Ismail Mohamed Ali.
Yeah, both players going. They're all eyes on the ball. No harm or no foul meant. Just looks like a coming together of the two heads.
Felix Sanchez, the coach of Qatar, he's been working in this country for a long time. Different capacities. Used to coach the under-19s and the under-23s. Worked at the Aspire Academy. And they'd like to go out on a high note. Qatar. The truth of the matter is, in that first game, you almost suspected there was an element of stage fright.
I mean, gaff after gaff, really, in that opening 10 minutes, and then they found themselves behind, and they were rattled. And very difficult for them to come back from that. What do you think they're talking about?
Oh, Gianni Infantino looks relaxed about something there. The president of FIFA. Back on his feet, Ismail Mohamed.
You got a little shooken up there. Thank you, Paul, for helping us out today. My team is pretty amazing. Okay, Kama was returning your call.
Coming in midfield for the Dutch to the exclusion of Teun Koopmeiners. Same goalkeeper as in the last game for Qatar. Michel Bersham. Saad Rashid in the initial match against Ecuador. You can't be doing that against the Netherlands and expect to get away with it. Particularly with Gakpo in the vicinity, score of 2 goals already.
No, but better pressing.
Yeah, they do, Dave.
We saw against Ecuador.
We got a good team.
But now Karim Hassan tried to come away with it. The Dutch appear to be up for this.
Hopefully you're doing good today, Dave. Hanging on there, buddy.
Here's Frenkie de Jong.
As good as can be, I guess.
Cool play too by de Jong. He might get the break of it.
Oh, everybody.
Trying to nod it on. All at 6s and 7s defensively, Qatar, but
oh, everybody. Heading it. And some guy got whacked in his head. He's down on the ground. Oh, man, you can't hit head to head.
And then you see again another aerial duel. Ends up with the Qatari on the ground. Looks like it's the back right there of Klaassen that goes into Ahmed. But an important start for the Dutch. From an offensive perspective, more initiative to take on. You're seeing more active movement, but defensively, that's where some inspiration.
Wonder if I should put that out as a short. Maybe I should put that out as a short.
You just didn't see that.
Head-to-head contact. Should I do that, I think? Let me take your mic down for a minute. Let me take mine up. Let me go back and get this. These two guys just crushed heads together.
And it comes to the rescue. The player down there is Ahmed.
Let me get his name. Camera, video.
There is Ahmed.
Oh, come on, I want his name. Give me his name on camera. Guy got killed.
All at 6s and 7s defensively, Qatar, but the whistle is sounded. It comes to the rescue. The player down there is Ahmed.
Well, the Dutch get into the final third just off of a press. And then you see again another aerial duel. Ends up with the Qatari on the ground. Looks like it's the back right there of Klaassen that goes into Ahmed. But an important start for the Dutch. From an offensive perspective, more initiative to take on.
All right, there we go. We got it. Wow, that guy got killed. And take the mic back down.
The Netherlands are the nominal home team. That's how it works in the group stage. You get to be the home side for at least one of the games. Look at the draw. There's the danger for Qatar that they'll become the first host nation ever to depart the World Cup without as much as winning a game. A good task against the Netherlands, withstanding their in different form. First couple of games they left it late against Senegal. They weren't at it at all against Ecuador, but this is a new challenge and still hopeful that they can not just make it through, Ali, but win the group.
And also build upon a performance, because the first two have been lackluster. As we get a good look at the turnover, the foul that Akram Afif draws, just from the pressure.
It's up for it, try to locate the ball.
And that's the thing for the Dutch, is to build within this tournament.
That's by Timber. Here's Van Dijk. Uses that calm authority when he gets on the ball. Dumfries. It's a reverse gear. Karim Hassan. Just getting rid of it. Klaassen. Here's Frenkie de Jong. Just trying to dance his way through. Klaassen. Good play. Blind. And Gakpo. Right on the doorstep. Another chance for Blind, maybe.
Oh, nice save.
Balls around inside the box. The cushion is there for Qatar.
And there's space for the Dutch to work these quick little combinations. You see the first one, well, that draws the second defender out of that back line. That's why Blind is in wide open space. And you talk about decisions in the final third. Blind tries to draw that one back, cut it back across right at the penalty spot, but too late to it. I believe it was Gakpo.
Blind. probe again. Klaassen feeding it through.
How's that for overloading centrally?
Absolutely was the case. Ali. He's going to go Qatar's way. Shrug of the shoulders there from...
Didn't like that call at all.
And it's been good variety in attack already for the Netherlands. Here's a good look at it. They're just trying to penetrate in those central areas. And then now Qatar is looking for that outlet play. Well, Netherlands step up. They win the first one. But it's because of a little push in the back. Barely anything there, but it looks like the ref buys what he's selling.
As we expected. Most of the early possession with the Oranje, the Dutch elftal.
And because of that, you know, Qatar is looking to play in transition. That's where they excel. FIFA will be one of those outlet players for them. Looking to release Ali as well. And so you've got to take a look at the countermeasures that the Dutch is putting behind the ball.
Frenkie de Jong, let's see where Depay drifted, going off to the left.
And with De Roon in, he's playing that deeper role and allowing Frenkie de Jong to get more advanced position. Here's De Roon now.
Martin De Roon, he's not happy to admit that he's the player who does the less than glamorous work in midfield. Every team needs a player like that with that attitude to life.
And what does Van Gaal call him? Loyal players? Loyal and creative. He's a loyal one.
The breakwater of Bergamo, he's being referred to, plays for Atalanta in the beautiful city of Bergamo in Italy. Mint, and De Jong, so much goes through him. He might want to take on the shot. He fires it against his own man in Klaassen, and then Depay, acrobatically, firing it towards goal.
But this is the Dutch you're so accustomed to seeing. The wingbacks finally getting involved. Just a quick little 1-2 again. Pulling out the Qatar back line out of position. And then Depay, his influence already having a massive impact. He's the one that lays it off for De Jong, and then he continues his run. Hard to see why he was grabbing his head there.
Put it forward by Ake. The play it goes. We have a third member of our commentary team down pitch side. Rodolfo Landeros. And Rodolfo, you'd like to make a point about the two coaches.
Thanks, Eric. Yes, Felix Sanchez very intense on his bench. And whenever the ball reaches the Netherlands backline on midfield, he's signaling his players to press. And as for Louis van Gaal, well, he's very calm, observing plays on the talent he has infield and talking to his assistant coaches, Edgar Davids and Danny Blind.
Well, he's going to be happier with this.
Netherlands has been more close to scoring. Oh!
Behind it goes for the corner. So many players back, including Hassan Al-Haidous, legendary figure in Qatari football circles, the record caps holder, 171st international appearance. And a corner here for Cody Gakpo to contemplate. Van Dijk up from the back.
There's my alarm going off telling me time to get up for the 11 o'clock game.
But you've got incredible targets in the box. Van Dijk, of course, being one, Ake another.
Being watched by Hatem. Over it comes from Gakpo. Not quite the delivery he had in mind. And the flag goes up as he tried to go back in for the ball. Cody Gakpo.
He just undercooks that one.
Louis van Gaal, always entertaining, attending his media conferences. It's always an unusual line.
Or
strange
two, yeah.
reference, yeah. And he's a much-loved figure. It would be a lot more dull without him. Well, this is his last hurrah, he has said. And out of retirement to help the Dutch national team. Of course, he has been battling prostate cancer. Timber. Dumfries. Now with Gakpo. Frenkie de Jong. Circulating it. The Netherlands happy to play.
Welcome in. If you're brand new, say hello in the chat. We'd love to welcome you in. We welcome all fans here. Hit that subscribe. Help us out today.
Barcelona was in mid-September.
Wow, that seems like a really tight call. Memphis Depay was just holding his ground, and he's going to look to roll his defender. They created a little space on this near side because of the quick play on the opposite, but not a lot there. And you've got to recognize now, as the players on the pitch, that's how this referee is going to call this match and adjust accordingly. It's going to be tight.
He announced himself to a wider public. 2014 at the World Cup in Brazil. Winner against Australia, also scored against Chile. Is Klaassen. In the corner, it'll be another one for the Oranje. Talking to a few of my Dutch media mates earlier, they were saying, yeah, it's still a bit cautious, a bit conservative when you have Klaassen playing in that advanced midfield position. Gakpo again as nominally one of the strikers beside Depay. Gakpo and useful one, angled header by Klaassen.
There's the link to that head crush if anybody wants to see it.
Yeah, but with Klaassen in there, he's the one that gets on the end of this service. Not usually the best target for the Dutch, but this ball doesn't get past that first defender, so he's got to try to make a play on it, looking to flick it towards that back post. Doesn't come off. But with him on and De Roon coming into midfield, De Jong is pushing into a more advanced scene when they are in possession in that final third.
Looked like the ball. That was a good pass the referee by. Will be the judge. Swatting it.
You don't need VAR for that one.
I saw an email come through, Dave. I haven't checked anything yet. I haven't had a chance to. I got up and came right in here from the shower. But if it's there, I'll get it. And I will get it updated.
He's gone to ground, Martin De Roon, and the counter-attacking possibility for Akram Afif and company. It was the wrong pass at the wrong time. De Roon is still down. Just getting back up onto his feet as we speak, Martin De Roon.
Guy went down in a pile right there. Thank you, buddy.
This group stage, Louis van Gaal. Maybe some Steven Berghuis.
Marky Doo, what's up? Good morning.
The first game. Hope Miners getting a call in the middle match.
And that's where the Dutch really didn't look like themselves. It was in the center of midfield. And being able to progress past this first phase of the attack. They're doing much better tonight.
Here's Dumfries.
And having said that, Derek, it's just because of a very different setup as well from Qatar and the way they're confronting with that front two and midfield three. There is space in those wide channels at the wing backs. Look, take advantage of. Referee calls that. It's just enough of a shove. Again, tight game from a referee standpoint.
Very tight game today.
There's Dumfries, who is an assiduous polisher of his game. To be said quite a bit that he wasn't the best crosser, but he's going to work on that.
We're at the 21-minute mark.
Family of people who have hard feet, and he'd like to have softer feet. So, ferocious competitor. Interesting ball there from Akram Afif, who is a stylist. He does usually have a very good understanding with Almoez Ali.
Oof.
Looks like a giant creamsicle out there today with Netherlands orange and the white for Qatar, or for Senegal, I mean. What's up, Bobby? How you doing, buddy?
A few hundred Dutch fans all clad in orange away to our right. Netherlands Playing towards that goal in the first half. Memphis Depay just unable to get there. Let's see if they can. There's a bit of havoc here. Qatar, slow in developing. Only reached Akram Afif. Dumfries going up for the head challenge. Not losing out there against Omar Ahmed.
Oh, break!
Vastly experienced.
Hanging in there, buddy. Hanging in there.
Afif. Will there be an end product here? Ahmed, the answer. So the question is, maybe an end product because it's a corner. No chance for Qatar to move on, but playing for pride here. It's always looked like the most difficult match in the group. That's the big favourites, the Netherlands.
What the hell am I doing here?
Will be Akram Afif to take it.
And a couple players just posing some traffic in front of Noppert.
Here it comes from Afif. Unable to unglue the Dutch defence. Pass was by Al-Hidous. Again, Afif. And well, he had to take charge of the situation. Virgil van Dijk. Trying to get everyone else around him organised.
It looks unhappy, and I'm not sure if it's because they weren't squeezing as that ball went out. Trying to give some more room to Noppert. If they did, Noppert would have come up and grabbed that, and he wouldn't have had to deflect that over the end line.
So then, Afif for Qatar.
And same setup, just making it difficult for Noppert to come out for this one.
Well, it was hit on the volley by Abdel Karim Hassan.
Nick Smith, how you doing?
And this is always going to be difficult technique. That ball is coming with such pace, and it's such a height that's hard to get up and over and keep that on frame.
One of many who plays for Asset.
There we go. Now I got it right.
Individual effort right now from Senegal that is paying off with opportunities.
Jacobs corner, back post, punched away again by Galindez. Low shot is blocked. Jacobs cross inside, headed up. Galindez has it. He's been able to get some big saves, both fists on the ball. Very confident goalkeeper from what we've seen tonight.
Yeah, Galindez is confident on coming off of his line. He hasn't been obstructed at all. He's got probably 2 or 3 crosses with both fists and cleared it out. So for Senegal, they've got to decide, okay, how are we going to make our crosses more dangerous? We're going to pull them out a little bit more. We're going to go to the back post, because right now those ones that are dropping like in the mid area, you know, right now Galindez has picked off every one of them.
And Capier holds there. Right back to Galindez. His front side is Albus. Capier plays in the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen. Scoreless in this game, scoreless in the other game in Group A, Netherlands, Qatar. Estepinian going wide, looking for an option or two. The ball was lost out, but it still belongs to Ecuador. Just told that Gakpo has scored for the Netherlands. Had an earlier great goal in this tournament. So maybe the Dutch are off and running. It was scoreless for over 20 some odd minutes. Qatar with nothing to play for other than pride, and you want to win a game at the World Cup. But they were the first nation to lose their first game, and first two as a host nation.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, JP. Pride is very important to play for. So,
yeah,
regardless of where they are as far as not moving on, there's still going to be that sense of, hey, can we get some goals? Can we get a victory?
Mata's pass in the box is denied. foul was whistled there.
JP, I've been in that position before where there's nothing to play for, but when you're on that field, you know what you're still representing. You're representing your country, and you want to, at the very least, go out with a good showing, and then personally, individually, you know, have great memories of that cup. So for players, playing well in a game is so important.
Qatar's in that category. Canada will play Morocco later this week. They're also in that category. They're also looking for their first ever World Cup win. They got their first ever World Cup goal the other night on Alfonso Davies' header. But then they lost to Croatia, who looked very good. That's going to be a big game. Croatia-Belgium as the close out to that group.
That's going to be a battle.
Yeah, big games the next few days here on Fox.
It really looks like two teams going in different directions, though. Belgium side that seems to have some issues, you know, going on, and difficulties, while Croatia just growing, like we talked about, growing into the tournament.
Oh!
3 players are down. No foul.
Wow, the referee's just letting them play.
Match over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Game will push it across. Sent into the box. A slight flick there, not much on it. So an easy play for Galindez.
There's a nice ball in from Sar, and India's trying to sneak in on take that inside track and trying to get beyond Estupinian, but you know, just the angle of it not good enough where he can actually redirect it with his foot. So good coverage by Estupinian just to see it out.
Moises Caicedo's pass ahead. Valencia has not seen a lot of the ball so far. And that's good if you're a Senegal fan, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you're Senegal, you're happy with that. I think one of the reasons that Valencia hasn't seen the ball is the positioning of number 11 on Senegal sees in the middle. If you pay attention to Valencia in his previous matches, he was dropping into the midfield in that central type of area, receiving the ball and then passing it on. Is he sitting there in that central position? Not working out so well.
Players are battling there. Another whistle, another foul. Infraction. Either side, Kobe have an advantage, Steve?
Kind of a quiet game so far.
A little bit of the better team, but overall it's pretty even on the matchup. A lot of the game has been played between the 18s.
Almost stripped of the ball. He does well not to let Franco get the better of him. Mendy clears the other way. On in the air by Ecuador. Second ball taken care of. And then Incampie's pass goes up the middle. Gruezo, who used to play with FC Dallas in Major League Soccer, it's played back. Incampie. Stupinian. Will try to push it up. That's blocked. India, that's blocked. Out for goal kick. For a wrap-up of all the World Cup highlights, special guests, in-depth insight, World Cup tonight, Kate Abdel Moadou, Chad Ochocinco giving us his fan experience nightly, midnight on Fox. 32nd minute. This one is scoreless. The other game, Netherlands up over Qatar. So,
hey, Angela Minter, welcome in.
Netherlands would finish first in the group, and Ecuador would finish second. But we're a long way for the finish in both of these games. Plata laid off. Incapié, Estupinian. Lorenzo has dropped back. Macedo out wide. Maciado.
When Carrezo drops back like this on the build-up, that's allowing the two outside backs for Ecuador to push higher up the field. That's why you see Estepinian here receiving the ball. You saw Maciado on that far side stepping up.
He was wide open on the other side. It's played into the middle. Koulibaly heads it over. Sabali. Right side. Out of play. Intended for Dia. Dia scored 3 goals in his last 6 international appearances. Koulibaly defense. Well done, but Valencia's hurting.
These guys go down in a heap.
It was the right knee in the last game. He had ice on it when he was taken out.
Well, that's a nice tackle. Koulibaly goes down.
Glad he bounced back up though, Valencia, quickly.
I kind of felt that it might have been a little bit more on that one because he goes down. And, as we saw in that play, it wasn't too much contact there.
Mendy in goal. Clearance by Senegal. Past the halfway line, it's going to go out. There's a collision between.
I don't think hockey players sell it as much as these guys do. I've watched a couple guys go down like they got shot with a shotgun, and then 10 seconds later, when they realize the ball's going the other way, they're jumping up and running down and perfectly fine. They're trying to sell it to the ref.
That's what he's supposed to do, you know? He's a striker. I'm sure he would like a little bit of help here.
I get that.
Torres gave it away too easily in the middle of the park. But Valencia will take it over.
Oh, the contrast.
Estupinian. Nowhere to go on that sideline. Sabali had him covered. Throwing coming up. This result favors Ecuador. A draw gets them through. Senegal must win. They were frustrated in the last World Cup. Kobe thought they could have gone in, but the result in the last game against Colombia didn't go their way. They finished in a dead heat with Japan, and all the tiebreakers lost on fair play, which was the first time ever at a World Cup. So basically, they had more yellow cards than Japan did, and they did not advance.
I think that's got to probably be the harshest way that you could go out of the World Cup.
Well played in. Ogulin has almost got caught.
Wow.
Makes a nice recovery.
Nice save.
This is a nice little chip over the top. Gio's just trying to time it once again. A little bit of a miscommunication there, going on in the back.
On the left side, Estrada fights for the ball. Fights too much. Sabali. Still going. Doubled up. Foul on Ecuador. Free kick Senegal.
See, it's just the push that comes in after the fact from Estupinian. I think Ecuador's understanding a lot of the success for Senegal comes down that right flank. Sabali gets forward into space, so Estupinian and also Valencia. We saw Valencia dropping back to help out defensively.
36th minute. Zeros on the board in this game. Netherlands up over Qatar 1-0, the other Group A match. Left there for Jacobs, curling ball to the middle, headed.
Oh!
Close call.
A little bit of a stutter to see if there's any type of trap going on. The ball comes in late. Cease gets on the end of it. gets just too much of his head on it, gets underneath it rather than redirecting it, and it just goes up and over on the goal. And I believe, looking at it, I think Galindez has that one covered easily.
Batesis, one of the 3 changes made in the starting 11 for Senegal. Diallo, his side of the halfway line, moving it ahead. Hop Gay on the wing, got it into the middle. Senegal fighting, that was an ill-fated pass, but it's recovered, well done. Sabali.
Nice recovery.
Looks to get a return ball. Took himself out of the play. Now he's in. Sabali couldn't get the shot off. Cleared out, throw in Senegal.
And there's that pressure once again coming from Sabali on that right side. He's going to push forward as much as possible to try to join into that attack.
Gay that was from Sard. It's easily stopped by Galindez.
No.
Ball was cleared out because of an injury. Some more time will be added to the first half clock. Moises Caicedo.
It's a tough tackle, coming in here, but let's see this one. The ball just steps on the ball a little bit, catches Caicedo as well.
Headed towards the latter stages of this half. Ecuador advances with just a draw. Senegal have to win this game, much like the U.S. have to win in their later game later tonight here in Qatar, afternoon in the U.S. But the U.S. has to beat Iran in order to get to the round of 16. Iran can advance, hoping with just a draw.
And once again, that's the benefit, of getting a win earlier on or within the group stage. The United States was not able to do that. So it's a
Yep, now they got to win.
Situation for them, but they have to be confident, going into the last match. You have to be confident as a team, going forward that you can be successful.
Yeah, in the studio, Kelly Smith had said earlier, play the game, not the occasion. Profound words.
Yeah, I like it. It's so true. As a player, you can't think about everything that's surrounding the match. That's why coaches try to have their teams in concentration, so all the outside distractions, don't bother the players, so you can focus solely on the match, and especially those 11 players that are going to be starting and on the pitch. Concentrate on the game, not everything else surrounding it.
Game has resumed. Caicedo's apparently okay. And Galindez will put the ball back into play for Ecuador. Galindez played 3 games in the 2021 Copa America as that ball is cleared up. This is cleared away. 41st minute. 0 still on the board. Flag is up from the assistant referee on this near side. Well, of the 2 teams, Senegal has really found more of the space in the attacking third than Ecuador has, but they have nothing to show for it.
And that's the problem, because you can look pretty and create chances, but if you're not scoring, in the end, that will leave you out, because there is an advantage, as we talked about, for this Ecuador team, and they're playing to that. They understand that Senegal's going to have to push, and as the game goes on, they're going to push more and more, and that will leave spaces in behind, especially as you see.
No.
Going forward.
Dangerous ball in, 2 players collide. And the referee's pointed to the spot.
Uh-oh. Are we going to have a goal kick here?
There was a collision of 2 players. The referee, the French referee, Turpin, pointed to the penalty spot.
Let's take a look at this.
Penalty kick coming.
Comes in, and there's the contact. That's penalty. WA comes in. There's the touch beyond. He comes in and runs right into the player. If you overcommit and put yourself into a dangerous position as a defender, and do not win that ball inside the box, you are going to get called for a penalty. So there should be an argument here. WA doesn't like it, but that's a foul for me. That's a penalty for me.
Let's get our rules analyst, Mark Plattenberg. Mark, what did you see?
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Once the attacker gets a touch on the ball, the defender does not touch the ball, there's a collision, and it's a foul. So simple, the referee is in a very good position. I'm sure that the VAR, seeing the angles that we've got, will agree with the referee's original decision, and it will steer for the penalty.
Thank you, Mark. Let's see who's going to take this penalty for Senegal. Cisse knows how important this is. This is a game changer. Ismail Ansar will be the one to take it. 50 appearances, 10 goals. Right near the end of the half. Sar versus Galindez. So has to wait a little longer for this whistle. Sar steps up slowly. Sar, shot, go! Senegal leads!
Wow. There we go. It stuck the first time. Senegal up 1-0.
Well, Aliou Cisse was talking about from the first match he wanted more from his players, and he called out Ismail Assar as one of them that he needed more from. He creates the penalty and then steps up and finishes it off. Just gives a glance over here, the hesitation freezes Galindez right there. Nothing that Galindez can do. He's stuck on the spot, and he just places it home, packs it in neatly into the corner, and lets Senegal celebrate.
Penalty kick takers are now 9 for 12.
That's big.
In this World Cup. That's a huge goal for him. It's a huge goal for Senegal, and Ecuador probably feels a bit undone here, conceding in the end. A 0-0 draw would get them through.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, you're going to see a switch in tactics. Because now, all of a sudden, the weight has shifted onto Ecuador now. They have to try to get back into this match. And you can see it right here, the long ball's coming. They're going to push to try to go forward.
Second straight game, Ecuador has conceded first. Second straight game, Senegal has scored first. We're going to get 6 minutes of stoppage time. So it's a significant number due to the couple of injuries that we saw in the opening half. Senegal needs to close this half out, though, with this lead. They can't concede here.
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing. If we're talking about getting towards the end of this half, you want to make sure that you go in at halftime just with a bit of confidence. And getting the goal, of course, is going to give confidence, but if you can continue to play well, you'll be feeling good.
Senegal looking for maybe more here towards the end. We've got some numbers forward. Into the box it comes. It falls. Juggled. India. And
Close.
he'll get a corner out of it. Thought he might have had more. He's been effective.
India has been effective. India has been dangerous. And it's little plays like this, the little skills, a little trickery, pulls it on, forces Mr. Bignan to hit one way, it's a little bit of a desperation lunge. That saves that shot from being on target. So he's putting the defenders on their heels. That's what you want from your first-time starter. You know, when he comes in to have an effect on the game.
Reset Gay will take this corner. Side Everton, he'll send it out. It's gonna almost come right back to him. It does go out. Should be a throw-in for Senegal. You're managing this clock here in the end. We're almost halfway through with first half stoppage time. Sabali with a throw in. Now tries to get it back. It's going to go out. This time it's a goal kick. And a little something there in the end. In the other game in Group A, Netherlands are still up by a 1-0 scoreline. And
These referees are taking a lot of lip today.
both teams want to give the opposition anything and certainly stay away from the cards, especially red.
Yeah, that's probably the most important. And getting yourself in confrontations is the last thing you want to do, especially when you just scored a goal. You're feeling good. You want to go into halftime. You can't afford to be drawn into the competitions here. You see
+6.
gets pushed from behind, and this is Inter Valencia just trying to instigate. He comes in and pushes, and watch, Valencia kind of has his leg out. He gives a whole lot of extra and goes down trying to draw some type of card or reaction from the referee.
Valencia's fine for somebody that's had 2 knees.
Yeah, he's up. The guy who was rolling around in pain and everybody was going to fight over is up fine now.
Great player. And they're going to need him.
Now he's laughing and smiling.
Because as you said, everything pretty much runs through him.
Yeah, and you can see with Ecuador taking the goal and then pushing a little bit more, Valencia's going to be, I think, a little bit more dynamic on front. He isn't going to just be sitting on that left side. You're going to get a little bit more freedom from him. He's going to be pushing left, right, central, trying to get on the ball. And that's what you want from a strike. You want that star player to try to get on the ball, to be active within the match.
Senegal pushing forward down that right side. India leaves it. Sabali just missed the target. Sar was up there. Be a throw in for Ecuador. First half nearly done. That throw in. Senegal will keep it.
Another man down.
Play continuing. Up the gaze, pass to the left. Now inside towards the box. It's going to go out for a Kalinda's goal kick. But it's Sar who's down. Right near the end of the half, the goal scorer is down after this.
And this probably isn't a player that you want to lose. It's just a little bit of body contact, really, with an open leg. We're going to see how that affects Sar.
Here's Kalinda's. Diallo. Can't hear the whistle, but the body language says first half is over.
First half is in the books.
Huge goal, converts a penalty kick in the 44th minute to give Senegal the lead. Senegal must win this to advance to the round of 16. All Ecuador needs is a draw, but right now, Ecuador heads to the locker room down by a goal. That's it for the first half. Senegal 1, Ecuador no score.
Ah, humbug.
Happy holidays, Mr. Scrooge.
Barely get reception outside the old town center.
Every time with this commercial, I swear. They must be playing a good amount of money. So hang tight here, everybody. We got halftime. It's only 15 minutes. It'll go by pretty quick, we hope. And we'll see how this one goes for the second.
5G phone and another gift like a tablet, smartwatch, and earbuds. All on us. That's up to $2,100 in value. Wow. Act now. This offer won't last long.
Limited time offer.
Always seems to be a big favorite. People love it. You're not pulling it out of a box. You're making food. Yeah. I like being able to put pride in my food and pride in my work. You get to walk right in. You see me making your chicken. This is going to be in your bowl. This is it. This is it. This is it.
You can tell who all the big sponsors are here. New Balance, Verizon. They're always on here.
New Balance, we got now.
Caleb Williams leads the Trojans fight for a playoff bid as they take on Utah. The Pac-12 Championship, Friday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. Today on Fox. Wow! It's winner go home for the Stars and Stripes as Christian Pulisic leads Team USA into a must-win showdown against Iran.
A moment of magic.
Coverage begins today at 1 Eastern live on Fox and the Fox Sports app. And catch up on any match for free on Tubi.
This is Todd. And this is Sarah.
She's leaving for Paris.
But this isn't your classic holiday rom-com. It's a Nissan Avantage. Seriously? Featuring the Nissan Rogue. And more standard power than a CR-V.
This is a love emergency.
Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Now get a low $199 per month lease on Altima.
Chicken, 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 Italian spicy bacon, chicken. Take one bite and it all starts clicking. Crown up my day. BK, have it your way.
What will you do? Will you make something better? Create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors can provide you with the tools and expertise you need to bring out the innovator in you.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon.
Our World Cup coverage continues later today with the conclusion of Group B. Iran taking on the U.S. on Fox. Wales battles England on FS1. And for the latest from the U.S. camp, here's Jenny Tax.
Yesterday, when we sat down with Greg Berhalter, we asked him if he had a special message he would be sharing with his players ahead of this match with Iran. And he responded, "What is there left to say? This is an elimination game." He said his guys are ready to fight for it and no one wants to go home. And Berhalter also asked his players at the beginning of this World Cup journey a simple question. In 20 years, what do you want your story to tell? Well, tonight, this match facing elimination against Iran, it can be the beginning or the end of that story for the Americans. Rob?
Jenny, thank you. 4 more matches coming your way tomorrow. Group D concludes with Tunisia, France on Fox, Australia, Denmark, that one on FS1. Then later, over to Group C, Poland taking on Messi and Argentina on Fox, Saudi Arabia and Mexico on FS1. Plenty more still to come.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
The world doesn't come together like this very often. But when it does, the results can be extraordinary. Qatar is committed to that idea and growing its potential as a partner, investor, and innovator with possibilities that are unlimited and rewards that are priceless. Let the world play and become part of our story.
Good morning, America! All across the country, we're getting up early this year. Whether you're repping La Cultura, your team is out for the count,
2026 estaremos de vuelta.
Por supuesto. For you, we need the world to know this is our year. Because the beautiful game
belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro for free with qualifying trade-in.
No. Face the fact. Mbappe will destroy Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho will beat him for sure.
Okay, you know what? What if we
Create a multiverse.
and have them play against each other?
Honey?
What about Ronaldo?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Come on, guys.
What if we
Go forward in time.
Love ya, we love ya, we love ya. And where you go, we'll follow, we'll follow, we'll follow.
Because we support the U.S., the U.S., the U.S.
And that's all when we like it, we like it, we like it.
Let's go!
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on Fox is presented by Verizon.
Senegal with a 1-0 advantage over Ecuador. The result, sending the Lions of Teranga through to the knockout stage, while the South Americans are currently crashing out of this World Cup. Still 45 minutes to go. Rob Stone, Kelly Smith, Clint Dempsey, and Alexia Lawless back here with you. Ecuador, they enter this match in the driver's seat. They only needed a tie to advance, but right now they are down 1-0 as we take it in our first half highlights.
All right, on the attack here, Idrissa Gueye, he was going to look here and try to hit that right post, at the near post, and it just gets away from him at the last moment. Yeah, hand in hand, face in the hands there. You see how it just jumped up on him, but it did not miss by much.
Like Rob was talking about, Senegal needs a goal. They need a win. They need 3 points to get out of this group. And who's going to be the man to step up? Boulaye Dia with the chance. Inches wide.
Can you say that name for us one more time, Clint?
Boulaye Dia. I'm getting better at this.
Senegal have been very good down this left-hand side with this man here, Ismail Assar. Loves to cut in on his right foot, playing on the left. Just needs a little bit of a 5 centimetres just to bend it round, but just can't bend it enough.
What club does he play for again?
He plays for Watford.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well,
The Hornets.
You mentioned Sarr. Let's get some more of Sarr here. He gets to this ball ahead of time, and Ekapia just comes in and just completely cleans him out. Are you arguing? You're really arguing that? Come on. Come on, man. Sarr steps up. Ooh, you like this, huh?
I like it because he watched the keeper the whole time and then was still able to place that ball into the corner with pace. What a finish there.
Other game in the group, live on Fox. The Dutch taking on Qatar. The Dutch in the driver's seat to win the group. They would do it with the victory.
Alert, derriere pass right there from Klaassen. Hits him. He doesn't know anything about it, but it drops right to Memphis Depay, and oh, goes over the top.
Memphis Depay getting his first start here at the World Cup. Came off the bench in the first 2 games. Picked things up 26th.
Yeah, we're talking about who was going to be the player that was going to emerge, the star player, breakout star for the Netherlands. And it has been Gakpo. 3 goals in 3 games. This man is on fire as he continues his great run of form.
And those 3 goals tied for most here at the World Cup so far. Price tag was about $50 million coming into the tournament.
Hey, must be something with those number 8 jerseys.
Ooh.
Certainly now Qatar on the front foot. Mohamed trying to make things happen for his team. Takes the shot at the top of the box, but Newport does not hold the ball, but lucky enough there's no Qatari coming in.
Robert Green moment there.
Robert Green flashback. I see what mood we're in today, Clint. Here's your live Group A standings right now. The Dutch and Senegal both advancing. The Netherlands, they would be moving on as your Group A winners. Remember, Group A and Group B are paired up. So the Dutch, as things stand right now, would take on the runner-up from Group B, which is the group United States is in. Your first half moment is sponsored by Verizon. Remember, no African nation advanced out of group play 4 years ago at the World Cup in Russia. Senegal just 45 minutes away from changing that narrative.
Medium latte, half calf, no foam things.
Quite a personalized order.
I know what I like.
I've been meaning to ask you, Carl, does your firm offer personalized index investing? So I can remove a stock that doesn't align with my goals?
I'm a broker, not a barista.
What about managing gains and losses to be more tax efficient?
Not a wizard either.
Looks like Schwab personalized indexing can.
Learn more about personalized indexing at Schwab today.
All right.
Baby, I'm howling for you.
DirecTV may drop Fox Sports. DirecTV customers could miss the biggest sporting events of the year, including NFL on Fox every Sunday, FIFA World Cup matches on Fox and FS1, the Big Ten Championship, college hoops, and so much more. Don't miss your favorite Fox Sports. Visit keepfox.com today.
Third-ranked Michigan looks to punch their ticket to the playoffs as they battle to do the Big Ten Championship. Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
The biggest sport in the world needs a hot sauce with a kick in every drop. Tapatio hot sauce. Its rich blend of red peppers and spices makes your food more flavorful. Pizzas, ribs, hot wings, dips, and soups will deliver a more tangy, delicious taste. With Tapatio, you get a boost of exceptional flavors, a zesty of spiciness, and a fuller, richer taste. Always the perfect amount of heat every time. America loves Tapatio, a kick in every drop.
Thanks to Avalara, we can calculate sales stocks on almost anything, anywhere automatically. Avalara.
What if tax rates change? Filing sales tax returns. Managing exemption certificates. Business license guidance. How to connect with accounting. Item classification. Cross-border sales. What about...
Do you have those budget markups?
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to our coverage here on FS1, the FIFA World Cup from Qatar. We are going to see a change. Somebody that we know, Kobe. A couple of changes, actually, but Jose Cifuentes, who plays for LAFC, will be one of them as Ecuador tries to change things up in the second half.
Yeah, I think they're obviously chasing the game now, so they're going to bring in some players that give just a little bit more activity, a little bit more pace, and can be dangerous in the attack, especially that final third. And we know, especially with Cifuentes, he can be a dangerous player. We'll see where he's going in that central part and see if he can join into the attack, be that late runner into the box.
Well, the players coming out really were not visible in that opening half. Alan Franco and Carlos Grueso both coming out. So no changes for Senegal. And repeating the storyline, Senegal needs to win this game to advance to the round of 16. All Ecuador needs is a draw. So let's see how they push for that equalizing goal. They don't need it right away. They can't afford to trail by a couple of goals either. Second half is underway. Senegal in white. If you're just joining us, Ecuador yellow tops, blue shorts. How will these next 45 minutes play out? Played forward towards Valencia. That's cut up by Koulibaly. Big, strong center back. Pushing it to the right and overshoots. passes for India, who pretty much had his way in the first half.
Yeah, but just looking at that last play when Koulibaly is coming in Valencia, I think he's going to lose out on that battle when it's 1v1 body to body.
Preciado. It's kept in. Oh, that was a rough contact from Cis. And Estrada's the player that's down. Played last year with DC United in Major League Soccer.
Cis
11s.
Yeah, Cis comes in late, just steps on top of the foot.
Cis is one of those players that came into this game with a yellow card. If you have two, you'll miss the next one. Kobe, what needs to change for Ecuador to get on the board?
Well, I think they just need to be take a little bit more risk going forward, and I think that's why we're seeing some of the substitutions that have a little bit more active midfield that can really match up with this Senegalese side, especially in the central areas where you're seeing Gay and Cis kind of dominate in that area, especially Cis. He's been a force in the middle, especially on the defensive side. They need to pull him apart, make it difficult for him to get around the ball.
There's Plata sending it in. It's knotted down. And then cleared by Sarr. In the other game, Frankie de Jong has scored, so now it's 2-0. That's an early second half goal. And the Netherlands are on their way to winning Group A. Who will join them? One of these two sides. Right now it's Senegal. Ball cleared. And goes over that sideline. Out for a throw-in. 48th minute. 1-0 for Senegal on a Sarr penalty kick converted. Right at the end of the first half. Torres for Ecuador. And Capier. Short pass ahead. That middle is pretty well clogged up.
I can see tactically for this Ecuadorian side, when they're in the attack, they're pushing extra numbers forward. The two wingers, and they have the two defensive midfielders. You have SENvECU in there. Before, when we saw this, where the wingers were going forward, we saw Rizzo dropping in. Not happening now. They're sitting with two in the back when they play to get forward.
And Capier's pass is short. Ecuador with it. SENvECU sends it low. No rebound there. Mendy keeps it in front of him. SENvECU's a very good player. Might be transferred somewhere during this offseason.
And here's a look at just seeing, as a defensive midfielder, he's going to be pushing up a little bit higher than usual. And that's part of that risk we talked about. SENvECU stepping up into the area, getting into attacking positions. The risk is, for Ecuador, is 2 in the back instead of 3.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, buddy. Good to see you.
A little bit susceptible on the counterattack if Senegal can take advantage of it.
Okay.
Senegal leading by a 1-0 score.
Are you going to basketball game? When you get done, you think we could do this court?
Senegal would end up in second place.
It's a new court for the here.
To the round of 16.
Has to come out of here, go out of the back, and go down to the gray box.
And now the referee's coming over.
Huh?
Cis needs to be
I
very
hope so.
careful.
It's 6 feet.
He's had a few fouls.
Shouldn't be 6 feet to there.
Some fouls in the
Down the bottom.
first half. Been involved in a few of those confrontations.
Yeah. You have to do it from back there.
Referee's radar.
Free kick from long distance for Ecuador. Into the box it comes. Mendy changed his mind about coming out.
USA plays today at 2 o'clock.
In the corner, that's a jersey tongue and a half.
Yeah.
Foul on Ecuador. We talked about what Ecuador has to do. What does Senegal have to do to keep this lead or even extend it for that matter?
Well, I think for this Senegal side, it really is. Doing a little bit what Ecuador is doing in the first half, but you've got to absorb some of the pressure. You know it's coming. It's going to come. They're going to push numbers forward. That's what those substitutions are all about. So can you break out quickly? Can you get the ball up top? Can he hold that ball? Can he connect with players that are coming in late to join into the attack like Sarr, especially on that left side?
Second half is just minutes old here. Senegal's on top. Netherlands leading Qatar in the other game that kicked off simultaneous. That's a 2-0 score. Plata, that's picked off. That other game kicked off earlier.
This guy's falling down. Kill me.
Stoppage time, so they're about 5 minutes ahead of us, we're told.
Now this is also just a little bit of a look. We're a little bit sloppy from some of the players right now, and that just could be a little bit of nerves. 45 minutes left to determine your future within this World Cup. Sometimes that's the problem with halftime, JP. You can start thinking too much.
Sarr lost the ball there, but then it was taken over again by Senegal. Intended for Dia, pushed back to goal. Galindez is there. Up for Estrada, didn't work. Again, it's easier said than done, but they have to find Valencia. He's their game breaker.
Well, that's going to be very difficult when he's being followed all over the field. Cease is going from one player to the other, whoever drops underneath. They're really shutting it down.
Plata. Paciano. Deflected in front. Cleared right in front of Senegal's coach, Cisse.
That play from Paciano.
Seems like they're both playing not to lose as opposed to
Valencia, and that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to pull
aggressively to try to win.
And Valencia had slowed down his run and was looking.
Although Ecuador is getting a little bit more aggressive right now. Obviously down one. They lose, they're out.
Senegal with 12 shots in this game, 4 of them on target. They continue to put up big numbers offensively in terms of those chances. Felix Torres. Preciado.
Anybody new in here today for the first time, say hello in the chat.
Deflected out, throwing for Ecuador. Long one into the box. It was Koulibaly winning it as he wins most of those. Brought down into the middle. Sprint this pass. Popped up. Missed his man. He's looking for Valencia. And the longer this game goes and the longer there's a 0 for Ecuador, the more they'll look for Valencia.
Have all eyes on Valencia. Every player that's looking up and trying to get forward, their first look or first thought is to, okay, where's Valencia? Can we get the ball to him? We've seen the last couple of chances probably being forced in to Valencia's feet when there's no need.
Final matches in Group E follow this one. England, Wales on FS1. Iran, USA on Fox. Coverage begins immediately following the conclusion of this match. Everyone knows the story. U.S. has to win that game. A draw.
Big game.
Does them no good. Iran can advance so with
big game.
Valencia's having a tough time getting a hold of the ball. As a few times he's come into his feet. He hasn't been able to really bring the ball down into space.
Iran trying to go long. Mendy saw it and grabs it in the end. Got to play smart. Can't get caught, especially on a counter. Risk reward here, I would think, at this point for Senegal. The game is theirs right now, but there's so much time left.
Yeah, plenty of time left, and you're playing against a dangerous side that can create chances. So you don't want to sit back too much and allow Ecuador to establish a rhythm and establish dominance within the play. You do that, you can find yourself just being bunkered down.
comes. Pushing it back. Torres. Cifuentes. Preciado. Capie. Senegal are back in a nice defensive shape at the moment. Ecuador is finding it difficult to break them down. Now the switch needed to be wider. Plata.
Senegal is effectively playing in it's at times a 5-4-1, and then they'll break out when necessary, but it's just dropping those numbers back into good defensive positions, closing down all the passing lanes, and trying to force Ecuador to find long balls over the top or deep balls in that they feel that they can contest and win.
Sarmiento to the left, slowing it down. It's pushed wide, that time by Caicedo. Into the box, headed down wide. But a chance there, and it shows the danger on those crosses.
Almost got that one.
This is a decent ball in coming from Estevignan. See, this one is actually pulled back. You can see all the defenders of Senegal have gone just outside the 6. That gets pulled back to the 12. And that's what it's about for Ecuador. You got to find the space. You got to find the area as Senegal is dropping so many players back into good defensive positions.
58th minute here. Senegal with a 1-0 lead. In the other game, it's 64th minute. And it's a 2-0 Netherlands lead over Qatar, which would give them the group if these results stand. And Senegal would advance as the second-place team in Group A. You barely hear that whistle. When play resumes, it's Ecuador's ball. Minute. Switch to the opposite side. Cut back in Capie. Pushed forward by Torres.
Oh, nice play.
Ecuador.
Not a clean start to this second half so far for either team. Maybe the energy level's gone up a little bit. Better defending, so it's just been a little bit shaky, I think, on both sides.
Ball falls outside of the box, and there was contact there. Foul on Ecuador. President of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, watching this one almost at the hour mark. It's easy to get to all of these games here because the 8 stadiums are within miles of each other.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, we've been to quite a few of the stadiums.
Yeah.
You know, we're pretty centrally located. I think, what, maybe 40 minutes has been the farthest?
That's it.
If that?
That's with heavy traffic. The game pass. He'll settle it. Senegal has not had much of the ball here in the second half, and they're going to need some of it. Otherwise, they're defending a long time against a good attacking side. Sarr's the player down.
And this is Sarr receiving the ball, and it's just that little clip from behind for Preciado. It's a very I can't even explain this half, really, where it's just no one's established any rhythm. You're not seeing, it's no more than like 2 or 3 passes and there's a foul or the ball's misstrapped or there's a turnover. Someone's really got to get a hold of this. You know, one of these teams got to find somebody that can get a hold of it and establish a rhythm within the match.
Got about another half an hour to go. Jacobs for Gay to take it. It's Gay, curling ball in. Deflected out. Kept moving by Cifuentes. And now it's Estevignan. Slightly behind Sarmiento, sent all the way back towards Galindez. Senegal have a lot of players warming up on the sideline. They have yet to make a change. Ecuador made 2 changes at the half, bringing on Cifuentes and Sarmiento.
Oh, nice pass.
Lost it. Senegal on the ball. Can they make something happen? Saw, but the flag goes up. Offside, Senegal.
That's the first time we saw a bit of a high press come from Senegal, where one player goes, and that's the signal to the rest of the team to go. And there we saw various players moving up and pressing.
We saw Jokev Rayasco getting some last-minute instructions. So he appears to be the first sub that's going to be put in. First sub for Senegal. Down this left side, it's Sar advancing. Gets plowed over. Follows on Cifuentes. Rumors of a transfer, of course. Cifuentes, a lot of interest from him in European clubs. Why not? He's a midfielder. 7 goals, 7 assists. That's a good season in Major League Soccer, and won an MLS Cup.
It's not a bad showing for the year.
Take it. Jacobs is ready. Puts one up for grabs.
Oh!
It's finally cleared out. Papier will settle. Sabali moving it right. Back in the Senegal half to goal. Player down for Ecuador. Didn't see how that one happened. Following the ball, and now just cleared out. Plata's the player that's down. And now we're going to see the change, and it's going to be Pate Cis who will come out.
Shoulder to the face by accident is what it was.
Estrada is the player that's going to be coming out for Rayasco. So that's 3 changes made. I thought Senegal was going to make a switch. Going to be a throw-in. So 3 changes made for Ecuador, none so far for Senegal. 2-0 is still the score in the 68th minute of the Netherlands game. So those are the live standings. Netherlands would play the 2nd place team from Group B. Senegal would take on the 1st place team. Could be the U.S. Could be somebody else. Long throw in, left side. Sar. He's going to be cut off and cleared out. 65th minute. If this result stands, Senegal will be advancing. Foul goes against Ecuador.
There's Koulibaly. Gets barreled over on this one. Rayasco just comes in. He's not even playing the ball, but actually just leans into Koulibaly. Just knocks him down.
First name, Djorkaeff, named after the great Yuri Djorkaeff, the famous French star. Here's Ecuador on the break. Going to make something happen. Numbers are going forward now. 5-6 on the attack as Senegal retreats. Cifuentes, Paseando. Going short. It's a late whistle, but it should be a foul. on Gay. He's on a yellow. He's going to miss the next one. Assuming there is a next one here. That one, I believe he could have avoided.
Yeah, there was no need here. He tries to cut it in. He takes a poor angle to the ball, and instead of stepping to the ball, steps into the player. And you can see he makes that contact across the face, and yeah, just not a smart move. Got to be thinking as well, knowing that you're sitting on a yellow. Now you've picked up, you know, a yellow within this match. So if there is another one, we won't be seeing him play.
67th minute. It's a free kick here for Ecuador. Plata. Goalie went in, it's low. And that was cleared out. Corner, Ecuador.
Not a lot of energy in the stands today.
Plata. We'll take it. Went to the middle. Headed down, and it's tied.
Wow, this game is tied that quickly. Son of a gun.
All goals subject to review. So we'll wait and see if this one stands, but the importance of set pieces again, Kobe.
I think there's someone in the studio that always talks about set pieces.
Was that
right?
Alexi?
Yeah.
Just guessing.
And this is why, because they can just change a match. And off of this corner, it's redirected. And Caicedo, he's at the far post. He's actually backing up from that central position. You can see him here. It's wide open. Poor defending by Senegal. Just allowing a man to be wide open in the free. The redirected header.
That was impressive.
Caicedo at that back post. He's onside because there's someone sitting on that near post. It's goal, 1-1. Now Ecuador sits in the fantastic position with even less time than before. So now, guess what, JP?
Game on.
Tactics switch again.
Yeah. So, on that far side, it's picked up by Estupinian, and then it's lost there. Senegal now has to change things up because now they need a goal. This result would make Ecuador advance as the second place team out of this group.
Well, one thing to remember about Ecuador is they led in their comfortable qualifying on set-piece goals where they had 7 through the qualifying process. And, hey, comes to fruition here within the World Cup. They have to be happy about that.
So the goals tonight, penalty kick for Senegal, off of a corner kick for Ecuador. Nothing during the run of play, at least not yet. Free kick, Senegal. Gay will put one up there. It's the flat shot. Goal! Koulibaly! Goal!
Wow. Now we got flipping going back and forth.
About 2 minutes after conceding a goal, the captain gets one back for his country.
Or what do they say, JP? Whatever you can do, I can do better. And I tell you, Koulibaly, as captain, does what's necessary and keeps his team back into this match. It's a poor clearance, and I believe this comes off of Inter Valencia. And And we'll see it right here. Yeah, he redirects it right into the path of Koulibaly. First time.
Poor redirection.
Because of the pace of this, so quickly you can see that Galindez is actually shifting over to where that ball could be as there's contact.
That was nuts.
Finds the net.
That should be his first ever international goal. It's one to remember. Will that be enough? We've seen 2 goals, Kobe, in about 2 minutes' time. And the emotions in the building have changed.
Emotions have changed. Tactics have changed. I mean, and that one is... Ecuador's got to make sure that it's not a backbreaker, because once you get a goal and then you give one up right after the fact...
Do me a favor, shut this door, Preston.
Mentally to get over.
Well, he's a guy that usually prevents goals from happening, not a goal scorer. His first ever international goal could be one to remember for a lifetime if this result stands. Head-to-head contact, so play is obviously stopped. What a big moment for the captain of this team. You've heard the saying before, Kobe, whenever you score a goal, you seem to be very vulnerable after that. When emotions get high, you think you're going, you're in the driver's seat, and then boom.
Yeah, you let up for a second.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. And when you let up, you know, at this level, teams will punish you, and that's exactly what happened to Ecuador.
They're bringing out the medics on this one.
Punish them for a momentary lapse.
See a couple of subs up for Senegal.
And this is, the ball goes up, and look, even though the ball goes over your head, you still have to be aware of where your man is. And Koulibaly is just allowed to go beyond, and he's by himself. I think it was actually Caicedo's man, where Caicedo lets him go as he's watching the ball.
2 subs we see up are Nampalys Mendy and Bamba Dieng. Dieng scored a goal as a sub in the Qatar game. I'm waiting to see if these changes are made. These Senegal fans were stunned, Kobe, when the goal was given up to Caicedo. Ecuador fans roaring with approval, and then a couple minutes later, the difference.
Highs and lows, JP. Yeah. That's the nature of this game.
Tough to be a fan of the World Cup. Pate Cease is coming out. That's one of the changes. Waiting on the numbers. See who else is coming out. There are the 2 coming in. Came on too early there. Didn't have permission yet. Now he's coming. And Indae, who played a very strong game in maybe an understated role, is coming out. Got the job done. So 2 changes made there for Senegal, and Kobe, a good time to get some fresh legs in there.
Yeah, I think Mindy's really going to help in that.
We're going to have at least 5 to 7 minutes extra at the end.
Help Senegal kind of shut things down a little bit more, and then you get some fresh legs with Dieng up top. And we've seen Dieng before, what he can do, so it's about his pace, his speed, and really, JP, it's about fresh legs at this moment in the match, trying to see if you can see out the game with approximately 16 and whatever extra time is left.
Official time of the goal on Caicedo was 67th minute, 70th for Koulibaly. So we're told 2 minutes 32 seconds between goals. We've seen goals in bunches at this World Cup. Yesterday, right? Ghana had a couple within 3 minutes in their comeback. The ball comes back the other way. Here is Ecuador deep in their own half. Can they come back a second time? Remember, all they need is the one. The draw gets them through.
Yeah, Ecuador Ecuador's leaving 3 high, a 4th is joining in. The 2 outside backs are joining in, so they're really pushing and taking a risk where they're going to be attacking with 5, and then probably those next line coming in with another 3.
Well, it's really opened up here. Both teams getting chances. Presidio in front with a pass. It's juggled. Shot taken.
Oh, nice shot. Save.
Not as much on that shot as Ecuador had hoped for.
Well, this is a ball all the way to the far post, and this is that second line coming in here. It's a header that just goes right across the face, and Plata has a chance. Gets it to that left foot, but just isn't able to get the power on it. And you would think maybe it's that little bit of a tug, just enough to throw him off of that shot to get the power that he wants.
77th minute. It is Senegal on top. A result that can get them through to the next round. Netherlands still leading in their game by a 2-0 score. Sarr, good run, went down. Not going to get that call. He's staying down.
It's a good touch here from Sarr. Puts him beyond the defender. A lot of touch, a lot of pushing and stuff here, but I don't think enough for a penalty. You can see the grabbing here. Preciado tries to get in. There's a little bit of a tug. I think he mainly stumbles though, and then ends up going down. Not sure how. It's a corner kick.
Senegal will take their time. 78th minute. We're at the point now where they have to think about managing this game. Jacobs for the corner. An outswinger. Missed everybody. It's headed out by Ecuador.
Well, that's the cardinal sin. You're off of a corner. You're supposed to be able to beat that first man. You have to get it over the first man out there. And Jakob just too low. Not enough power on it.
We'll have another try at it. Second straight corner for Senegal. Jacobs is ready. Outswinging ball, headed up and wide. Stays in play. It's going to be crossed and then finally cleared out. Senegal is on the chase. They recover. Back to Mendy.
Oh, crush that.
Torres. Ecuador needs a goal or their World Cup dream ends tonight. Mendy. Inside the circle. And now the desperation has to pick up for Ecuador. The referee's looking but not calling anything there. On that right side, Senegal with numbers pushing forward. Into the middle. Okay. Sarr. Sarr was stripped of the ball by Plata. Turns out to be a decent ball. That's picked off. Settled. Mendy. A flick. The look was for
And Senegal just wants to play keep away right now.
We're going to try it again.
Or is the 80th minute coming up?
Making a run. Couldn't cross it. Well played by Nkampier. Sliced out. Later today, final matches in Group B. Right after this, England, Wales on FS1, Iran, USA on Fox. Coverage starts immediately following the conclusion of this match. USA advancing with a win. Iran would advance with a draw. Cifuentes. 81st minute. England stays in first place. This is the team, Senegal, that they'll be facing in a round of 16. Ball played in. Missed one target. Flicked ahead. And here, if you're Senegal, when in doubt, clear it out. Can't make a mistake in your own end.
Yeah, that's probably the smartest move. You got to play safe here. You know that the pressure's going to be coming. The numbers from Ecuador are they got at least 5, sometimes 6 or 7 joining into the attack. They're going to start launching balls into the area, so you've got to be able to clear them out. But the next step after that is, can you get someone to win that second ball? That's the next most important thing, and that will allow you to break out and put a little pressure on Ecuador.
Yeah, you got to know in the back of your mind that if you concede one here, you'll have very little time to get another goal.
Yeah, you're at the point now, you're in the 80-plus minute. So tactically, they're thinking, can we see the game out now? And this is something that you do in trainings all the time. You go 10 minutes, okay, we're up a goal. How do we play? Can we see it through? This is a standard training sessions for players at every level.
The other game, Kobe, 85th minute. Netherlands still up, but only by a 2-0 score. So Qatar has given them a decent run in that game, apparently. Mendy squaring it. Took a while to get there, but did get there. Now a chance here. Shot taken.
Oh!
That would have been a game ender had Dia scored.
That was a rocket.
Dia right here. Nice turn. Just using his body and just rides the tackle.
Down this right flank. Valencia. And it's been a while. Remember, we said he had scored the last 6 goals for Ecuador, but Caicedo ended that streak, so still no one in World Cup history has scored 7 straight at a World Cup. He was one of 4 players to get to 6. Well, this game is still hanging in the balance. We knew before this could go either way. You could see both teams certainly winning this game. Expected it to be close, though, and close it's been.
Yeah, well, I think that's a testament to what we said, where the score line went back and forth, back and forth.
Jackson Barroso is being spoken to from Gustavo Alfaro, so he appears to be the next sub coming in. Ball is played back dangerously. The referee's not calling that foul.
Wow.
Much to the dismay of Valencia and Ecuador.
Let's take a look at this. This is a good header from Valencia, and he's starting to get sandwiched here. And yeah, that's a dive. You know, he's trying to draw the referee in here. But the referee he's not buying it. Not buying it at all.
Experienced referee. In the second World Cup, done the last 2 goals as well.
You got to say Valencia's lucky there for, I mean, that's simulation.
Yeah. Jackson Barroso is now up by the 4th official. Can Senegal close it out? In the 85th minute, in the driver's seat at the moment. Ball is turned over. Cifuentes leaves it. He left it for Caicedo. Push from behind there is called. And the change is going to be made with Jackson Barroso replacing Angelo Preciado. 4th change made for Ecuador. Stoppage time will be a factor in this one. Ecuador is hoping for a big number. May not be as big as they would hope for. Probably won't be. Foul there. Free kick here. And the way these goals have come tonight on set pieces, try not to foul if you can.
Yeah, try not to foul, and probably more importantly, be aware of where your man is inside the box. You know that these balls are going to be dropped right on top the goalkeeper trying to find someone, but it hasn't been, off of these set pieces, it hasn't been the first ball that has been the killer. It's been the second.
Hey, Jesse.
Ball watching going, oh, there's the header, but then, oh, wait a second, it goes to somebody else. It's going to your player. So you've got to not only watch who gets the first header, but pay attention to where the ball is landing. That second ball is the most important.
Caicedo and Koulibaly agree with you. Ball is played up. Man down in the box, and the foul is on Ecuador. What's this like, Kobe, as a player? You've come this far, you know you've got minutes left and then stoppage time. Mentally, what's it like? Physically, I can imagine. Mentally?
On which side are you talking about?
Senegal.
Senegal. For either side right now, it's nerve-wracking. I can tell you right now, for Senegal, that clock isn't going fast enough. It seems like it's forever. They're probably staring at it nonstop, just going, when is it going to wind down or count up to where it needs to be? And for Ecuador, it seems like it's the fastest thing in the world.
In for Valencia. Can he come up with another moment of magic? Ball is played behind. It allows Mendy to come up with it and give it a ride upfield. Foul was drawn. Senegal will take their time with this next free kick.
Now this is good work here. A little bit of a slip, but Yang just still gets up, gets his body in between.
He was selling it on the way down.
Takes the foul, and that takes those precious seconds off the clock for Senegal.
Netherlands is still up 2-0. Their game is in stoppage time, and this is the way the standings will look if it ends this way. Netherlands first place, Senegal second, Ecuador and Qatar out. Qatar has already been eliminated with one game to go. Here's a chance from distance. Bobble! That's the first time, really, that Galindez has spilled one tonight. But it didn't cost him. Getting closer to 90 minutes. Senegal leading in a game that they had to win, 2-1. Torres. Over the top. Wanted Plata. That's clear. Cifuentes. Alonso. Torres. Campier. That left foot could be trouble, but it's swept away by Koulibaly. For Ecuador. Caicedo played it short. Now it's coming all the way across to Torres. Deflected ball. Control down by Ecuador. Campier. Got it to the left. Cross is coming in. Headed up by Sarmiento, but right to goal, and Mendy will make it easy and safe play. As we're in the 90th minute.
Yeah, the standard catch and fall from the goalkeepers when they want to waste time. Just takes a few extra seconds off the clock. Everything matters. 4 or 5 seconds.
Long ball to Sarr. Headed out. No rush on these throw-ins.
No, this is the slow stroll to every single ball.
Jacobs. Puts one up. He's going to have another go at it. It was cleared up by Ecuador. Waiting for the stoppage time signal. We're almost at 90 minutes. Jacobs. Good, he just sliced that ball. We've hit 90. 6 minutes added on in stoppage time. The other game with the Netherlands and Qatar is close to the finish with the Dutch up 2-0. They also had 6 minutes of stoppage time, but they're about 5 minutes, we were told, ahead of us. That's off Torres. Dieng was after it, comes all the way back to Sabali. Oh, he gave it away. Stupignon. Into the box that's blocked. The ball, Perozo couldn't find it. 2 players down. Foul on Perozo.
Hey, Justin, welcome in, buddy.
This is it. This is where you have to take risks. When you're sitting about 5 minutes left, I expect
+6,
be
+6.
a little bit more of that sense of urgency of not just knocking balls long and getting up and challenging, you know, and winning that second ball, trying to get balls into the area and just trying to create a little bit of chaos in that final third.
First wide on that left side. Well wide of Mendy. Throw in Ecuador. Cifuentes. Short throw in. Wanted to cross that. He'll get a corner. It's the second one. Corners have been few and far in between. Almost 2 minutes gone in stoppage time. An expected 6.
Let's see how the marking goes on this corner. And it looks like it's a bit of a zone, you know, for Senegal. You know, it's always interesting because when you play in the zone like this, you never know which players is yours, which one you're going to step to.
Back post, Mendy. Swatted it.
Oh!
Corner from the other side.
And this one's going right towards Caicedo at that back post once again. Mendy gets up, sees it out. Probably the smartest thing to do in that situation. Don't even try to catch it.
Melendez. At some point, he's going to go forward on one of these.
Got to be thinking about bringing the keeper at some point.
Played in, that's headed away. It could be recycled. No, it's going to be a throw-in out for Ecuador. Melendez is still just shy of the arc in the center of the field.
We've got about 3 minutes left.
Ball comes back. Here's Ecuador into the box, headed down and then flicked away.
Handball.
Melendez will play it forward. We welcome those who are just
Don't forget, we will be doing USA and Iran shortly after this.
Group A, they'll take on the second place team in Group B in the round of 16. Ball played long. Ecuador needing a goal or their World Cup dream will end tonight. Pushed wide on the left side. Couple of minutes or so left. Into the box. Flick down.
Oh!
Wide and out.
And a couple players going down in the box for Ecuador.
It's desperation time now, isn't it?
Yeah, this ball gets put in. No, not up. I don't see anything there from that angle.
Cisse is going to be coming in, replacing Dia. So that'll be the change, and it is nowhere near. But now I just saw walking by, but it's just to congratulate. It is going to be Dia who's leaving. Caicedo's helping him off, and Dia's saying, "I don't need help." Or words to that effect. So it's not a like-for-like swap at all. It's a forward coming out, obviously, for a big defender to try to close it out.
Yeah, well, at the end of the game, when you're just launching, Ecuador's going to be launching the balls into the box, well, you have that big defender in the back that can help win the headers and just clear it out. It's just a tactical move, very smart.
About a minute to go. If this result stands, Senegal is advancing into the round of 16. Comes all the way back to goal. There's Galindez.
It's under. It's got to be close to a minute left.
Headed once.
Hit that subscribe if you're new today. Help us out, please.
Tries to find Dieng.
before rolling out. Come back later for more games.
Edge of the box, straight up it comes. An awkward kick. Blocked. Chase for the ball. With time running out, it's Caicedo. And Campier on the dribble. Still going. Lays it off. Blocked up. Played long into the box. Headed once. Second ball that you were talking about before. And a player is down. With the training staff coming out, we're beyond the 6 minutes. There's 2 players down, actually. One there and one outside the penalty area.
Yeah, the one we're looking at there, Sabali is down. He went up for the header. Was tripped up. I mean, but this has got to be it, maybe. I mean, there's not a whole lot of time left. We're imagining after this kick that the whistle's going to be blown pretty soon.
Waiting on the final whistle. From Coman to Paul. Which could come after this kick. Set long. Senegal is advancing.
There you go. There's your winner. Senegal is advancing. Congratulations, Senegal. Again, we'll be back live in about an hour or so at the most. Coming in with World Cup action, USA and Iran. Make sure you're coming back to hang out with us. We really appreciate it. And that'll be a lot of fun. We'll see you in just a little bit, everybody.
His first ever international
wow.
goal. Kalidou Koulibaly is the star.